Hello friends, Kid Charming here. So the video is going to be a little bit late today. I only got home at around 10 o'clock. It's technically tomorrow. That's fine. I'm just letting you know that the video did get cut short because I didn't have enough room in my card on the SD card on my phone. But it kind of cuts off a little early. But what we got was really good, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Some of the stuff that we missed out was a little bit more about my niece expressing how she didn't like how there are certain dress codes in school and stuff like that, about how girls can't show their bra straps and all that stuff like that. And it was very, very riveting. These are opinions, so don't get mad at the 13-year-old for having one. Just saying. Hello friends, Kid Charming here with
Riley.
And we are going to talk to you about some cool things today. I'm going to move over so you can get a little closer. So this is my niece Riley, and she's the special guest that I've been talking about for the last few videos. I don't get to see her very often. This is the first time in 2 years.
Yep.
Last time you came to visit your dad?
Yep.
Yeah. And she really wanted to be in a video, so I said, well, actually it was my idea, but still. She got excited, so I was like, okay, we can do this. So why don't you express to our audience of probably 3 or 4 people what you wanted to talk about today?
I wanted to talk about gender stereotypes and why they're wrong, racism, sexism, all that kind of stuff.
And you're how old?
13.
13. I did not coerce her in any way. This is all something she wanted to talk about, and blew me away, because at 13 I was like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and she's like, hey, let's talk about like how, you know, any of the isms is probably wrong, other than like feminism. True feminism is fine.
Yes.
We don't like this overbearing thing, right?
Yeah.
The whole like we are better than men.
Yeah, we're not. We just want everything to be equal.
Exactly. What a smart child. All right, so what one did you want to hit on first?
Feminism.
Feminism. I think we got a budding social justice hero over here. So what are your views on feminism?
Okay, so I'm going to start off. There's 2 girls in my class. I'm not going to say their name, but they're both feminists, but one is different. So one of them is just like, why can't we have everybody on the same team instead of girls separate from boys? Because in gym class we always have to separate the boys and then put them together. And we just wanted it to be, we could choose our own teams instead of having to separate them. And then there's another girl that's just, I don't call her a feminist, I think that she's just overpowering over girls and just hates men in general. But feminists just want everything to be equal instead of we're better than men. We're not better than men, everybody's equal is what we're trying to get at.
That is true feminism. Feminism is going for equal rights, not females are the dominant sex in our species. It's true feminism, and I agree with you 100%. Things should be equal. I don't see why, especially in children, why the boys have to be separated from the girls in any way. But you know, I agree with you. Feminism is a good thing as long as it's used as long as the word is used properly, yes, and not in a
exaggerate way.
Yes, that's what I see. She's smarter than me.
Also, I don't know, like girls still in some countries don't get an education and have to stay home all day, and feminists, like, they want them to actually be able to go to school like men. We're not saying that men can't go to school anymore and we have to. We're saying that we both want to go to school and be able to get jobs and this. And I believe still women still get paid like 15% less than men or 5% less than men. And I don't want us to be paid more than men. I just want it to be equal and everything's the same.
Yeah, I agree with you 110%, my love. So you heard it right from a young one. This is usually stuff that, you know, adults have to deal with, you know, at at 13, you don't normally think about stuff like that, but in this day and age, we have these young, feminists that, just want the right thing, and I think that it's about time. I mean, that it happened for them. It's not too late for all of us, for sure, but I mean, if we've got them as young as 13 saying, "Hey, we just want to be equals," I mean, I think that's the last straw. I think it's about time to happen. It's been too long. I mean, women have come a long way. It was only, I don't know, I'm really bad at history, so I apologize if I'm getting all these dates wrong. I think it was only around the 50s or 60s that women were able to start voting. And I mean, it's only been, 60 or 70 years since then. And I mean, there wasn't a long time from when man learned to fly till he went to the moon. Why is that progress happening? But we have young ones who are fighting for equality, and it's 2017. I think it's brilliant, just brilliant.
I mean, like, I always hear these things on any social media. They're like, come on, it's 2017, we gotta do this, and they're joking around, but they don't realize it's like a real problem. Like, all the girls in my class, we talk about it. Even some guys in our class talk about how they don't find it fair, and they're guys. I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be talking about it. I mean, like, everybody wants things to be equal, not just girls. Like, guys want it to be equal too, because they're saying it's just kind of embarrassing towards their gender that, they're seen as this overpowering when they're not overpowering. It's not their fault, but guys in my class think that that's the problem.
Agreed. We've got budding male feminists as well. This is brilliant. I love it. I love what I'm hearing right now. So I definitely agree with you on that one. So what about gender stereotypes? What part of that irks you the most?
Oh, okay, so our barn door broke, and my mom had to fix it. And she did ask a roommate because it was really a door. But he is bad. He didn't come out, so she fixed it all by herself. And I was just thinking, like, no men came and helped her. That's not a man thing. All men have to be construction workers. Same as not all women have to cook. I mean, in my house, it's my dad cooks all the time and my mom fixes things. So when I see these gender stereotypes like, oh, women have to cook and boys have to build things, and that's not true, because I see girl construction workers all the time on the streets. I see male bakers on TV all the time.
Yeah, actually some of the most famous bakers are men.
Like Gordon Ramsay, you probably all know that.
Gordon Ramsay, very, very good in cake, the guy from Cake Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Very good examples about how women don't have to be in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, women, we're farther along than what we used to with those stereotypes. We've got, male designers now that aren't, frowned upon anymore. But I think, it's really hard for women construction workers, women mechanics. That's a difficult thing to get into if you're a woman. Even if you do all the training, it's getting accepted by your peers at that point. That's the problem. I think it's just something that we have to look at. Is it's just a people thing, not a gender thing. Like,
yeah,
blue is boy and pink is girl.
Yeah, because I see guys all the time wearing pink, and I mean, usually for bullying day, it's all pink, and I don't hear any of like the 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds saying, oh, that's a boy color, or that's a girl color. Like, all the 2-year-olds are like, oh, I want pink, and they're boys, and it's like, okay, you can have pink, and none of the kids say, hey, that's a girl color. They say there is no girl color, and they're like 3. And so why is it like a problem for adults? See, not all adults and not all children, just like all men can do what they want and girls can do what they want.
I agree. Did you know, actually, that back in the day when it came to assigning the color blue and red, or blue and pink, in the hospitals, what they did, it was actually boys that wore the pink, because it was a stronger color, and girls wore the soft blue, because it was a less strong color. But somehow, somewhere along the line, that got switched around.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because today you see pink and blue, and that's the 2 colors you can find in a store. And I think that like maybe you should find purple. I mean, purple's in the middle. Maybe everybody should wear purple instead. Purple's good.
Purple's a good color.
I mean, my brother likes purple. I like purple, and that's a boy and that's a girl. We both like the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't believe in stereotyping colors or non. They're not alive. Like, it's not something that you should be able to put a gender to. Like, oh well, this is a sign for boys. Like, Tonka trucks and army men.
Yeah.
And females, they have to play with the Barbies and the easy bake ovens and whatever.
Yeah, and I don't get the whole tomboy thing. Like, why do you have to name girls that, I don't know, play with toys that are assigned to boys? They're not assigned to boys, they're just made. And then the world said, okay, they're for boys now. Like, would you look at a gray dresser and say, okay, that one's for girls only?
Exactly. I believe that's exactly right. I'm with you. And the fact that these kids are saying, like, the fact that you see these kids that are saying, there is no boy or girl color, I think that's just growth that we're seeing this generation here. I think we finally hit that marker where it's no longer boys and girls colors, it's just colors in general. I think we're starting to break those borders. I mean, I'm proud of the parents of those kids, for sure, for bringing them up not to understand boy and girl color, but just colors in general, no assignment of gender.
Yeah, because when I go to the store, I don't say, okay, I gotta get the pink. I just look for anything that fits and do it. I mean, right now I'm wearing like a red pink, but that's because it fits, and my mom got it for me. But I have blue shirts, I have black shirts, I have white shirts, and nobody says anything about that. But somehow when they're babies, okay, it's a boy, it's dressed in blue. But now I'm seeing boys dressed in pink as babies, and it's really moving on.
I agree, very, very much so. Now, you wanted to go in about racism. That's a new one for me. What have you had any experiences where you've witnessed a racism problem?
Well, the kids in my class are very racist. They're gonna say that not just black and white, it's like everything. It's Asians, like they pull their eyes out and they start saying weird things thinking that they're Chinese. Or if they hear a name that they think is Chinese, they'll start making fun of it. And it's ridiculous. Like, why do you have to do that? Some Chinese people don't even have their eyes like that anymore. And it's just like, how would you like it if somebody went up to you and tried mimicking you and acting all goofy? You probably wouldn't like it.
No, and this is coming from someone who gets called Casper and transparent by their own siblings. So, yeah, I've witnessed it, and they think they're being funny, but they don't understand the impact culturally what they're doing. That is a stereotype that we put on different races, like Asians and stuff like that. And it's not a nice thing to do. It's like, you're making fun of them. Don't make fun of people. Just be a good, decent human being. Don't be a garbage person.
Because you think it's funny, and they're just like your friends joking around, and they're like, that's really funny. But in the inside, they're probably not thinking that. I mean, I've not gotten made fun of. I'm lucky. But I am Native. I'm part Native, and nobody really notices. And nobody says anything about anybody in our class. And it's just a nice classroom, except when it comes to cultures that aren't in our classroom. Because they find it disrespectful when they're around, but not when they're not around. Even though it's still disrespectful if they're not around.
Yeah, it's wrong whether there's someone there to tell you that it's wrong or not, or to feel bad about it. It's still wrong. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, and it's not just a black and white thing. I mean, there used to be, we have come a long way. I mean, there used to be videos where it's like, black people be like, and white people be like, and Asian people be like, but now that's like gone away. It's not there anymore, but still, it was really nice. I mean, if you're watching it and you're white, and then you're like, that's not me at all. I act just like me. I don't act like these white stereotypes or classic white girls. I mean, I'm white. I don't buy Starbucks every day, wear Uggs. I don't even own Uggs. They're too expensive.
Very
and
much
I'm
so.
not rich. I don't know this classic white girl. I haven't even met one. I mean, some girls do go to Starbucks, but they don't act like how they do in the videos. And I've seen black people, and they don't act at all like they do in the videos. They're very generous. They're not all rowdy like they are in the videos. And Chinese people, they're really nice as well. They're not at all like the videos. And these are stereotypes from way, way back. I mean, why are you bringing them up today?
Yeah, there shouldn't be any issue of race at this point. again, it's 2017. You don't need to be putting these stereotypes for the kids to see, for one. Like, if we didn't have that, if there wasn't that there, they wouldn't understand the difference, because we shouldn't be pushing that on the new generation like that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes those videos can be funny, but if you really take a deep look at them, it's actually just perpetuating a stereotype that is not there really anymore. I mean, sure, there are some people that act like that, but you can't really judge an entire race or an entire culture on just the ones that you see in videos. It's more, it's broader than that. This is just like a small group of people that you have in these videos that are kind of just acting up these roles that they've seen before, whether it be white, black, Asian, whatever. It's almost like they're playing a part in these videos, and it's not actually what those people are like. I mean, there are people like that, sure, but I've seen all the different races act in that same manner, not just this specific group. Maybe it is more popular in that group, but you cannot judge an entire race based on a portion of that race. One, you shouldn't be judging races, period.
Yeah.
People are people, white, black, Asian, I'm blanking on any other, Native, it doesn't matter the color of your skin or the way you act, you are a person. It doesn't matter about your gender, you're a person first, right?
Yeah. And I mean, white used to enslave black, but everybody knows that. Nobody knows the black were enslaving white first. Everybody has enslaved at some point. Nobody talks about it anymore. So why is that a problem? I mean, I've seen racism in movies, even by Disney. And, like Disney, he was racist, everybody knows this. His first black woman, which was Tiana, Princess and the Frog, she was a frog most of the time, which is, it's all only that. And everybody's seen all these gumbo, and I've never seen any black person talk about gumbo. I've heard my family talk about it. And there's mostly white princesses as well, and it's
Princess Jasmine.
Yeah, Princess Jasmine. She's darker. She owns a tiger, which
It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Nobody does that. I've seen it on.
And shouldn't be just in my opinion. It should be just the way it is. That's wrong. Why are you being that way to a person who wants to work for you, who wants to put their effort in? Like, why would you judge them based on skin tone? Why would you judge someone based on tattoos? Why would you judge someone based on their gender, or maybe they're trans, or maybe they're non-binary, so they don't go by he or she, they go by they. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for judgment there. They're people, just like me, just like Riley, just like you watching. You got to remember that underneath it all, we're all the same. Now, not biologically.
Yeah.
I mean, we do all have differences biologically, of course.
And I mean, we're all human.
Yes, we are the human race.
I mean, you're all dogs. I mean, you do look for a certain type of dog, but they're all dogs in the end, and we're all human, and there's cats. We labeled human for a reason. That's because we all probably have a heart. We all probably have eyes. Maybe not both. Some people don't. But we are all kind of the same. We're all the same tag, human. And
we are the human race,
yes.
It's not, African race and native race and a white race. No. We are the human race. You're 100% correct.
And same with tattoos. My dad has a lot of tattoos, and his friends have a lot of tattoos. And they are very nice. I mean, there's one of them, and he is a tattoo artist and has many tattoos himself. And he invites us to his house to play games, give me art lessons, goes to the pool with us, and everything you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And they're really strong, but they're really kind-hearted. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could see a weaker kid, and they could be very rude or very nice. They could be anything. They're not, they're smaller, they must not be as smart. Or they don't have glasses. I always get glasses like, oh, you have glasses, you must be a nerd. Like, what is a nerd anyway?
Being someone with glasses also, I have never gotten you're a nerd. But also I wasn't all that great in school either. So therefore the nerd thing didn't happen to me. But you are really smart, and so people would automatically believe that you were a nerd, but you're also very athletic as well.
Yes, I mean, I have glasses. I'm not wearing them because they're broken right now, but I have glasses, but I'm very athletic. I mean, in the competition, I won a race between my class, and I've been playing soccer for 10 years now, but I have glasses, so that means I can't play, but I do.
I can't play?
I can't play because I have glasses now, and my friend has glasses, and I hate hearing this. They're like, oh, you guys are friends because you both have glasses. Like,
No, we're friends because we have a lot in common.
Yeah, I mean, we're not the same family, but we have a lot in common. Or, oh, you're best friends because you both look the same. No,
No.
that's not why we're friends.
I don't look like any of my friends. I like them because their personalities meld well with mine. Some of them have glasses, some of them don't. I don't like people just because they have glasses.
Yeah.
I liked you long before you had glasses.
Right? You don't come out of the womb and you're like, oh, glasses now. Or you don't, like, same with racism, you don't come out of the womb, I'm black. That's what people give you. They give you a label. You don't come
Oh, that's
out
heavy, dude.
and say, I'm white, or I'm black, or I'm a nerd. You don't come out and say that. They give you that name. And I mean, you wouldn't like to be called an idiot or stupid or anything like that. But that's how we take it. We take it as, oh, you're insulting me. Not, oh, you're joking around. Because it's really not a joke if you think about it.
No, we shouldn't really joke about racist things. It shouldn't be a joke because there are people that actually struggle with this because this is a thing that exists. Sexism exists. Racism exists. Just stereotypes in general and labels exist. And it's not a joke. I mean, I will admit that I am bad for these as well. I mean, maybe it's something that we have to stop labeling ourselves as well. Just get rid of the labels and be people, for goodness sake. My gosh. I mean, she's right. You don't come straight out the womb saying, this is what I am. You can't talk. You don't understand the world around you. These are things that you're taught growing up. You don't come out saying, I'm a racist either. That is something that you witness and see. You see these things happening and think that this is what it is, but it's not. But you're young, so you don't understand the difference. Racism is taught. You're not born a racist. You're not born, someone who believes women are lesser or that women are greater than men either. This is something that you are taught growing up. You don't come out the womb saying these things. And I think that's a really actually good, valid, and heavy point that my 13-year-old niece kind of just threw in my face, and I just realized right now. Jeez. You think about this stuff a lot, don't you?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time in school. Like, not with our teachers, we talk about it outside. And we talk about it with grown-ups, I talk about it with my mom, I talk about it with everybody because it is a problem these days. Nobody really talks about it. And even kids, sometimes they're racist, and I'm surprised how they know these things. And it's sometimes the parents or people around them fault. I mean, you can't be going around your house saying racist things or sexist things or saying feminists are bad or feminists are good. You can't say, I believe that feminists are good if you're not, saying men should die. Because I think...
We only need it for breeding? Like,
yeah,
no, we don't do that.
And I just find it, crazy that it's still a problem today. I mean, people always think about, wow, I can't believe women didn't have rights back then, when they still don't today. They still are fighting for education. I did this thing, We Are Silent, and I couldn't talk the whole day. And I did it for one thing, it was education, because that really it's just crazy that people aren't getting education because of their gender and because of their skin color. I mean, everybody knows Malala. She got a bullet to the head for it. But does it change? No.
I did see that there's, in one of those, I feel like I'm really stupid sometimes because I don't remember where it is, but I do watch a channel talks about news because I don't really like watching the news, but he really brings it out for me. And he's talking about the newest person in power. It's a man, but he's kind of kind of bringing his culture into the next century. He's getting a lot of flack for it, of course. Like, you know, women don't have to always cover up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in other cultures, yeah, if we were born there, things would be a lot different. Like here in Canada, we have
Yes.
freedoms. We have
It
a lot
is.
of freedoms as women,
Mhm.
as you know, I'm part of the LGBTQ. Of course, I'm gay. I'm
There's
a woman.
pride flags all over the city today. There's
Yeah.
pride flags on the ground, painted. There's pride flags. Everybody's painting their arms in rainbow. I mean, it's a very nice culture. I'm not saying that everybody's like this. I mean, I have met some pretty rude Canadians, but
Yeah, Canadians can be rude too.
we're not all very nice. I mean, if I wanted to, I could call somebody a stupid head. I don't want to because I try to find the good in everybody and try to make everything right. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but that's fine. Another thing was dress codes.
Dress codes.
Oh, okay. So you said about the uniforms,
Yes, I did talk about uniforms.
and now dress codes. So my school is actually pretty good with dress codes. I mean, I wore a shirt that if I raised my hands, my belly button would show, or just like standing like this, a tiny bit of skin, and they were fine with it. And I can wear shorts pretty short. They don't have to be like there's nothing in the thing that says they have to be past your fingertips, it's hard to find.
How can it be comfortable?
I know, it's like down to here and it's really uncomfortable. But the thing that really frustrates me is tank tops because we can't show our shoulders, but guys can. I mean, I can show my shoulders in my school, so I am really proud of my school, but when I